Alright everyone, so in this video here, I wanted to talk about this game I recently picked up. It is Cooking Mom and Cookstar. Now, personally for me, this is the kind of game I don't really care about to play. But the story behind the development and the release of this game, well, if you talk about legally, unofficially, it's quite interesting. Basically what happened is that this game was in development. It was then released for a very, very short time. We're just talking about just a few days. And then it was pulled. It was pulled from the eShop. The game was then pulled from all the retail stores. Why? Because the parent holder, called Office Create, never approved this game to be released. And you know what? I'm actually siding more with Office Create than the publisher Planet, only because, or Planet Entertainment, only because the reviews for this game, the reviews that went out, all pretty much said this game is utter garbage. And apparently, according to Office Create, the IP holders, the game was supposed to be fixed for all sorts of issues before it was released, but then the game was still released. So this is one of these cases where, yes, the game was being officially developed, but it was never approved to be released. And it'll be interesting to see what happens later on if the game ultimately gets re-released, or this is one of these games where it does actually get canceled and then the only copies out there were the initial run games, and obviously you can't buy this game digitally. So yeah, this might be one of the few cases where a game that comes out for the Switch has a very small run, and then for collectors out there that want to collect every single game for the Switch, this might be one of those more sought after type of games for the Switch, just because of the story behind this. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But for right now, you cannot officially buy this in any of the stores. Walmart doesn't have this game listed anymore. GameStop doesn't have it listed. GameStop currently has it as unavailable, but the game got pulled. Target, no one. The only place you can really find them right now is like eBay, and the price is generally around $60. So yeah, this game was actually supposed to be released at $40, but then when the game got pulled, and here's the other strange thing about this too, is that Planet Entertainment started selling the game themselves directly on their website for $60. So it's almost like, well, we're going through this legal battle. We have a bunch of stock of this game sitting in our warehouses right now. Let's go ahead and just sell it. And apparently when people started finding out about this game, everyone started trying to buy copies of this game. And as of right now, at least here in the US, the only place you can really find these now is on eBay, and they're generally going for around $60. So it's up to you if you're someone that wants to collect physical games for the Switch and have like a complete collection. I would probably say just go ahead and get a copy now while you can. But it's going to be one of those wait and see type of things. If a court order basically tells the developers and the publisher to go back, fix the game, re-release the game in its fixed form, or this game ultimately just gets canceled and the only copies out there was the first initial run. Though I'm not entirely sure how many copies were made, but as of right now, I went on eBay before making this video, and it's not really that hard to find copies of this. It's actually fairly easy, and a lot of buy it now prices are around $60 anyway. So it's up to you if you want to get a copy, but I was going to go ahead and check this game out. But the thing about this game too is that apparently not only this game itself is pretty much utter garbage, but there were rumors that there was code in the game that basically makes your Switch as a cryptocurrency mining machine, though I don't really believe that, and it was apparently debunked also. But also, the people that did play this game, some of them were even saying that the Switch itself was actually overheating. So there is a lot of questions behind this game. Personally, for me, with this particular copy, I'm probably just going to put this on my shelf sealed, never really play it. But yeah, from the reviews, it's pretty much getting like 2s and 3s out of 10. So not exactly a good look for this game. And if it is true, what the IP holders were saying, that there were issues with the game that they wanted to be fixed before release, then you know what? I'm probably going to be siding with Office Crate on this. Because if they even said, hey, this game is pretty crappy, there's actually a whole list of issues with the game that needs to be fixed before released, and Planet Entertainment went ahead and just released it anyway, because Planet Entertainment's side of things, they were basically saying, it's like, well, we did the game based on the contract, so we don't see what the issue is. So here's the thing. Office Crate side of things is saying the game was not supposed to be released because we did not approve the game to be released yet because of a whole list of issues. Planet Entertainment side is basically saying, hey, we made the game based on the contract. So we felt we did our obligation based on the contract that was set, and that's why we went ahead and released it. So apparently this is going to go to court. It's going to be one of those things that's going to be interesting to follow. This is something you don't really see all the time in the game industry, where something like this comes out, gets quickly pulled because the rights holders never approved it to be released. And it's like a whole back and forth with the two. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm probably going to go ahead and follow what happens. And if it gets re-released, then this is going to be one of the few cases where you're going to have two versions of the game. Now, it'll be interesting to see what happens if, say, like people that already have this version of the game gets updated software-wise in the Switch, or is this going to be one of those things where they're going to try to recall all the games and try to get them back? But I don't really see that part happening, since this game is already going out in the wild. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. It's an interesting story nonetheless, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. Anyway, I'll end it here. There's not much else to add to this. If you like this video, hit the like button. Leave those comments down below. If you played this game already, what do you think about it? I've seen gameplay videos of this game online already, and quite honestly, the game does look pretty bad. Graphically, it's very simple, but the voice acting, from the main characters pretty bad. And apparently that was one of the issues that Office Crate wanted the developers to address, was the terrible voice acting too. So I'm kind of leaning towards Office Crate, but then again, I haven't seen the contract, so maybe there'll be some additional information that comes out from the legal suit over this game. But it's an interesting story, and it's something you don't really see every day. So anyway, I'll end it here. Like always, have a good one. Leave those comments down below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And like always, have a good one.